Ocean County Library partners with the New Jersey Division of Youth and Family Services to support the Sparks Best Friends Forever book club. The library collects children's books and materials that are donated by the community, friends of the library groups, and Verizon. The books are collected, organized by age level, and then delivered to 2 resource centers. The items are then given to children served by the agency. The books are used by DYFS workers to help make the intake process less traumatic for the children.
Sparks BFF book club has been a wonderful asset to the Division of Youth and Family Services. Every time I see kids in the office, I immediately bring them into the conference room and let them pick something out. There was one particular day where one of my workers in intake had removed a 4-year-old boy and his brother who was probably about 2 years old. And I happened to be walking through the office and I saw him, and he wouldn't speak and he was hitting himself and he was very withdrawn. And I immediately took him into the library, into the conference room, and let him go through some of the young books and pick out a couple. And we took those books back to the worker's desk and we started to read those books. And sitting with that child and going over the books, at first he was really quiet, but after, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes or so, he started to warm up and he started to point at the pictures and ask questions and really start to open up. It was a very traumatic thing for him to be removed from his mom, but that book helped myself and the other workers make a connection with that child and help make that traumatic situation a little easier to deal with for him.
I have a story about one of my teenagers that really shows what a positive impact the library program has had on our kids. She's a very bright girl, straight-A student, and every time she comes to the office for a visit, she always says, "Miss Jackie, can I go pick out a book?" And I asked her one day, I was like, you love books, why do you love reading so much? And she said, with all that's going on in my life, when I read, that's the one time that I'm truly happy and I don't have to think about everything else that's going on in my life. I just read and I use my imagination and I forget about everything else for a while.
One of my little ones who came in for a visit, I brought her immediately in and her face just lit up. She was so happy. She's 6 years old. She's been in 3 different foster homes, shuttling back and forth. And she was just so shocked to see all these books, and she was picking books out, and she was, are these mine? Can I put my name on it? And we sat there and we put her name on it, and I gave her a book bag, and she started to cry because she said that she didn't know where her books were anymore. And it just really touched my heart that we were able to give her back some of the books that she actually had.